Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Welcome to issue 78 of Build Your Own Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from our good old friends over at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab one of these 1/6 scale Ford Mustangs and build along with me, head over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop, and you too can have one of these on your bench. Right, let's have a scoop through the magazine, see what we got today. We got Speed and Power, all-American muscle cars there. Chevrolet Malibu there, SS. Super Sport. There you go. Getting rather sexy, isn't it? Nice colour, I like that. That's the Buick. What we got today, we got the rear seat frame and base padding, as well as some additional rear seat belts. We'll be attaching them to the frames. Again, I shall put a bit of super glue on there just to retain them. And then we'll be joining that into the rear of the interior there, folks, and then putting our seat unit on the top. Okay. Then we want to retrieve the roll bar, and we'll be doing the same there. We'll be fitting it in situ and then feeding its belts through the floor and then retaining them underneath the car. Okay. And this is what we're going to look like at the end, with the roll bar in, all the rear and protective belts, etc. there. And that is going to go on the interior of our Mustangs later on, folks. This is the GTP even Mustang, born to race. We got the 1983 Mustang there. Very angular 80s design, wasn't it, back then? But yeah, distinctive looking. That was the Zach Speed Mustang Probe. And Klaus Ludwig won in the 1983 Road America 500 at the wheel of a Mustang GTP. It was the only race in which this model won, folks. There you go. So that's the magazine done. So we'll open that up to where we're going to be working today. And we'll get all our bits and bobs on the bench. We'll start a bit of assembly for you. So there's our padding and our seat frame. Okay. So we'll just put that to one side and we'll be focusing on this for the minute. And this is the side parts of the seat belt. They're going to go on this little peg just under there like that. And let the super glue do its thing. Like that. There you go. Like that. We're happy with that. We'll do the same the other side, I think. Just be on the safe side. At least we know they're not going to come off, folks, eh? I've got the other seat belt that side. Grab you. And you're going to go in there. Same as what we did on the other one. Just press it in place. And let the super glue do its job. So that's that done. We can now put this back on. And these then are going to come up and around the sides like so. And sit on top of the seat panel. Just like that. Okay. Handful of those, 2, 4 and 5. Just like that. And then we can start fitting this in place. Let's put the foam in. Pop a screw in the middle. Just like so. And then work our way around. We're going into rubber, so we don't have to worry about oil. Like that. Make sure we pop our seatbelt out. Screw in that corner there. And then at the side there, we've got another screw there, so let's grab that and fit you right down in there. And then grab the last screw, just like so, and that will go right down in there, just like that. So that's that done. So I'm happy with that. We now want to do the same here, what I did with Eleanor, I think. I'm going to bring these over and I'm going to try to keep the belt straight on the seat like that is what I'm going to go for. So we'll do the same there. We'll have a little bit of super glue on there, I reckon. Like that. We'll bring that under tension right along there. Press that in. Like that. I prefer it that way. Just makes it look a bit neater for me. Because with all the folds in the seat belt, I think that they can look a little bit spoilt if they're flapping around all over the place like a flappy thing. So for me, I like to do that. I did it on Eleanor and I'm doing it on the Shelby. Oh, there you go. For me, that just looks a little bit neater. So that's that done. Okay, that's our seat belt. Not worried that one's further back than the other, because when people get out of the car, they don't make seat belts symmetrical. So there you go, that's that done. We are then going to drop that seat underneath with a couple of PS05s. We're going into rubber, aren't we? So, is it going into rubber? It's going into plastic now. So let's put a bit of oil on there. I think. And we'll be fitting that now to the interior. So let's fold that out of the way. Bring the seat in. Drop that in. And then we want to try to get under there to screw that in situ. Like that. It pulled that one in really nicely. So hopefully we can do the same with the other one. Now it's going in. So we can fully home that. All the way. Like so. So that's the rear seat in now, folks. And I think she looks rather sexy like that, because it stops all of these flapping around and getting in the way, and you can literally drop everything backwards and forwards quite easily. So that's that done. We now want to bring our roll bar in and get that fitted, folks, okay? So let's bring that in. So let's bring that in. We want the E-rolls facing forward, and we're going in those holes there. So one in there. And the same on this side. And we're going to whop them in place with a PS05 screw, one each side. We'll get a bit of oil on that. Bink. And there's a little hole just on the side. You'll see it's right underneath where the upper part of the side piece screws in. So that's that side done. We'll grab this one. like that. And that's where the screw hole is, just there. That's the roll bar in place. We are then coming down with these belts now. That went straight in. And then we're going to pull you underneath. I want to have a look underneath. Now there's quite a bit of slack on these. And what I want to do is I want to try and keep them under tension. I'm actually going to super glue them in place rather than use the clips. I think that will work a bit better. So that's what I'm going to do on mine. Put a bit of super glue on there, like that. And we'll go about there. Like that. Here's what I'm going to do, because it takes all the ripples out of your strap then with the seat belt. For me, it just looks a little bit better. Come down the side with that one. We're feeding through the side of the seat there, and then I'm going to do the same again, because if you use the clip, it's going to sit like that. It just looks a bit, whereas under tension, I think it looks a little bit better. Just my personal preference, I'm afraid. But it works for me. So we want to go somewhat round there. So I reckon a bit of super glue about there. And we'll come at a jaunty angle. About there. And then we'll do the same the other side, folks. And you'll see when it's done that it does look a little bit more neater with them taller. So let's do the same with the other side. So that's that done. And for me, that just makes that a little bit better. Just my personal preference. So that's the rear anti-roll bar in. Rear seat, all neat and tidy. So that's where we're going to leave it for this issue, folks. Don't forget, if you'd like to grab this for yourself and build along with me, head over to the DeAgostini website. There's a clickable link in the description. And you too can be building this iconic Ford Mustang. It'd be time to help me out. If you just click little fester in the corner and subscribe to the channel, I'll be immensely grateful. Also, whilst you're there, give the bell a ring, select all, and you'll get notified of upcoming content. Thanks so much for coming in and keeping me company. Stay safe and well. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.